Today, I'm just explaining or talking about computer fundamentals. I'll describe a little bit about computer fundamentals as a series of explanations of various technology aspects or tips on technology innovation. To start, under computer fundamentals, we shall first start to talk about data and information. You cannot talk about computer or computer systems without talking about data and information. To start, data refers to raw facts. So can simply say data are raw facts. This may refer to date, percentage, may refer to numbers, alphabets or texts, words, and the others. So those are inputs which are transformed by the computer into information. Those are known as data. Data can be categorized into two categories. The first category is what is known as analog data, and the second is digital data. Analog data are those data which are not captured by the computer, while the digital data are those data which are captured and manipulated by the computer. Sometimes these are known as database. For example, as I have said, as I have described earlier, that is, we have date, we have alphabets, we have numeric, alphanumeric, and the others. Now, data can be transformed or processed into information. Now, what is information? Information is the processed data. Information is the processed data. When data are transformed into other forms, now the final output is what is known as information. So information may refer to final outputs, may refer to organized and interpreted data which are meaningful to the organization. There is a difference between data and information. The first difference is data are raw facts, while information are processed data. The second is data can be a collection of figures, while information is the collection of outputs and results. The second difference is data need processing, while information does not need processing. So mainly these are the three differences between data and information. For example, when you talk about data, for example, if you say 1985, that is data. But when you say 1985, it means that word you are talking or the text you have mentioned, that is 1985, no one can understand what does this mean. It needs some questions. It will require some questions that will make somebody to understand. So that is that. Now let us come into information. As we have said, that information is the processed data. For example, if we say Samuel was born in 1985. Now this one does not need anyone to ask a question because it is well understood. So that is now an information. Samuel was born in 1985. That is information because it is well understood and can make a referral somebody, can refer somebody to continue doing what's going on through the statement. So that was the difference between data and information. But with this information, what can we do? Sometimes we can say, what are the roles or the importance or benefits of having information. Information helps in decision making. With information, we decide what to do, either to continue with the action after the action, or to go down, to repeat, to have a look of what have made the action to be done. Second is to explore opportunities. So with information, you can explore opportunities. We have a number of opportunities that have to be accessed by human being. So these opportunities will depend on the information that are falling to the person, that are flowing to the person. Another is just a record of past events. We have a number of events that have been recorded that will benefit the future generation. For example, nowadays we have information that we access which appeared maybe 10 years ago. So that is because of the information, the importance of information. That's why you can now access those records. Another importance is communication. As we know that communication is just a flow of information from one person to another person through the channel. So through communication, someone will get informed of what is going on in terms of information, in terms of events, or in terms of news, whatever it is being done. That is the importance of information. Now, as data are being transformed, then the output of data the output of that data which have been transformed from the computer or from the device is what is known as information. Okay, now, what is information? What is computer? Now let us talk about computer. Computer is an electronic device which accepts data as inputs, processes, stores, and disseminates information. Computer is an electronic device which transforms data into information. How does it transform data into information? It accepts data through the data input devices, can be keyboard, can be mouse that accept those data and then can transform those data by doing manipulations, by doing calculations, by performing calculations, various operations which are made, arithmetic operations which are made on the central processing unit, CPU. And then those data are being stored, can be permanently stored on the hard drives or flash disks or hard disk, and also can be temporarily stored using random access memory, like this one. This is what is known as RAM, main memory or random access memory, that data can be stored. And then this data can be finally disseminated to the as information to the screen. This is the way computer can work. So computer is an electronic device which accepts data as inputs, processes, stores, and disseminates information. Computer has two parts, hardware and software. Now we start with the hardware. Hardware refers to all physical parts or physical components of computer, including mouse, including this mouse, this one, including keyboard, including screen, including hard disk, including RAM. This one is random access memory or main memory, which is a hardware, including flash disks. This is a flash disk. This is a flash disk. It's just a flash disk, this one. And the other devices. So Hardware refers to all physical components of computer. When I say physical components, I refer to those components that you can touch, are tangible components of computer. Now we have got a number of physical components of computer, and these ones are being described with respect to the steps on how computer can work. That is operations of computer. Now let us see computer operation. We have got four steps on how computer can operate, or we call it as functions of computer. The first is what is known as data input. Data input, this is the process, is one of the first step where data are entered into the computer by using data input devices, keyboard and mouse. Therefore, under data input, we say that data input is the first step where data are being accepted as inputs, and then by using keyboard and mouse as data input devices. So data are entered into the computer using keyboard and mouse as data input devices. The second step or operation or function is data processing. Now, after data have been accepted into the computer, are now being transformed using in the central processing unit. The central processing unit, CPU, is the main brain of the computer, which performs data execution and timing sequences on data execution. This consists of arithmetic logic unit where data execution is done. Data execution may refer to arithmetic data operations, arithmetic data execution, whereby operations are made and some of the arithmetics are done. And also, this consists of control unit. Control unit is a unit or area which controls data sequences, timing and data sequences on data execution. So when data are being executed, it calculates for how long that process or data execution will undertake. That is what is known as a control unit. Another operation is data storage. Data storage, this consists of units or consists of devices. We have permanent data storage devices and temporary data storage devices. After data have been processed in the CPU, then they are running on the main memory. Main memory is a primary data storage or temporary data storage device, which is random access memory, that is RAM, in which data are running temporarily on the machine. So in this case, data are being stored temporarily. And also, after saving this machine, for saving this data, after now these processed data after these data have been processed, then they can be saved on the hard disk after committing save. So after committing save, the data now is being saved on that permanent data storage devices like hard disk in the computers hard disk. We have flash disk like this one. These are the permanent data storage devices which are connected or plugged into the computer through the port. Is what is known as a USB, universal serial bus, that is plugged into the computer for secondary data storage. And then we have other permanent data storage devices like DVD, digital versatile discs. We have compact disc, CD. We have floppy disks and the others. Then the fourth operation or function of the computer, as per the steps on how computer can work, is information dissemination. Now, the processed data can be stored or displayed on the screen. So these data now, those information from transformed data can be now stored or can be displayed on the information dissemination devices, including screen and the other devices. For example, you can hear music from your computer. Therefore, the speaker, a computer as a speaker, is one of the output device or information dissemination device. These were the steps in which computer can operate or in which computer can function. Now, after that, we can talk about peripheral devices. Peripheral devices are those devices which are connected with the computer, but they externally function. For example, we have printer, we have scanner. Those are peripheral devices. Scanner is so-called input peripheral device, while printer is the output peripheral device. It is output because it converts a soft copy to hard copy. It gives out the hard copy from soft copy. And when we say scanner, scanner is the input peripheral device because it converts a hard copy to soft copy. So it's a reverse to printer. After that, now let us see software as second part of the computer. Software is a set of instructions which make a computer what to do. It's a set of instructions that can command a computer what to do. Now, a software can be a set of programs that is designed explicitly to instruct or to command the computer what to do. For example, Microsoft Office, we have Windows, we have Photoshops, and the others. We have two types of software. We have system software and application software. System software is a software which manage hardware and application software to work together. As you know that, as we know that, when a computer is switched on, you have allowed electricity to enter into the computer, and you switched on your computer, switched on the button of your computer, then those hardware in the machine are converted into software, because now hardware and the application software will start to work together after the machine has completed booting or after loading the machine. What makes them to work together is the system software. That is, we are talking about the operating system that is installed in your computer, which can concatenate the application of hardware and software. Now, types of system software, we have operating system and utility software. To start with utility software is the software, is a system software which provides additional functionality to the operating system. This one protects the operating system. Is, for example, we have antivirus. Antivirus program is a utility software because it just provides additional functionality to the operating system. Examples of antivirus, we have Avast, we have Smartvo, we have Microsoft Security Essentials, we have Kaspersky, and the others. Another system software is operating system. Operating system is the major category or major type of system software which manage hardware and application software to work together. For example, we have Windows, including Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows 10, Windows 8, etc. And also we have open source software. For example, we have Linux, Unix, Ubuntu, etc. All those, both Microsoft and the Microsoft Windows and the open source software system software. These system software are the ones which load first, load first, they are installed first, and the application will be installed into those operating systems. It means it will work on those operating systems. Now, what is the role of these operating systems? These operating systems will allocate the file and also the memory of your computer. And they also will determine the size of the application programs or software that will be installed into your machine. For example, 64 byte or 32 bytes. Then we have the second type of software, which is application software. Application software is a software that is designed for users' task. It is designed for users' application, including Photoshops, eh, Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, Publisher. Those are application software. So those software are designed for users' task or for users' application. They can work or they are needed according to application of the user. That is what is known as application software. Thank you very much for listening me and following up those steps of computer fundamentals on how computer can work. And then welcome to the next series that will start after the end of this presentation.